It's January 25th, 2018. Going in for my fourth session after I be a lawyer for a little while. I've got some client meetings and then deposition prep meetings for some extended discovery that's near my barn, so I'm going to go train afterwards. Had some recent requests to do some standing block tutorials, and I'm going to try and break it down succinctly on how I like to instruct standing block. The whole concept is it's a rotational movement, much like throwing a discus, particularly the up hits. The down hits are less intuitive for those that don't have an athletic background, but it's something that you can learn and teach yourself. The key is to be patient and to understand that you're developing a skill, and in order to develop a skill, it takes time, effort, and energy, and repetition. And so it's just like me relearning how to get my tendons to refire with the various events. And so I am slowly ingraining that over time and effort and repetition. One of the things that I like to do is swing a handle when I am not actually event training. And I do that at the gym, I do that in my office, and I do that at home. It's something that ingrains the swing, or greases the groove, so to speak, in regards to the biomechanics that your body go through in applying that motion. In any event, we'll see what happens. Got to be a lawyer first, and then that'll probably take until the afternoon, so we'll have fun afterwards. Lucky I didn't break a handle.
Oh boy!
Crap. Completed that session in about 2 hours after having 3 meetings. I got a trial coming up, so I have to get my witnesses ready for trial, and I want to make sure that I got everything well in advance prepared. But all I did today was in about a little over 2 hours, so an extended lunch break. So now I'm back to get cleaned up and go back to the office for a little bit and wrap some things up. But very pleased with the session all in all. The wood's getting harder. I brought in a bunch of white oaks and American or Appalachian gum, which is extremely hard, chippy, but you don't get much penetration into it at all. The cool thing about cutting hardwood is that it makes you cut properly, even if it's dry tulip. If you do not cut it properly, the chips will just stay right in your way, and you can't get anything. You can't make any progress. And so any of those you guys out there that are novices, I would encourage you to steepen the chisels up on your axe and cut as much oak, ash, anything that requires you to be clean, because it's extremely important. Primarily in underhands at this stage, because standing blocks are the axe is carried in the wood and you must stay behind it. And with the underhand, it's a lot less likely you're going to lop something off as it is in a standing. But big session coming on Saturday. I'm going to try and do 3 rounds, so we'll see what happens.